switch this around. Hold on. I'll take the... All right, there we go. What's going on, everybody? Matt Manduke here. I wanted to take a walk on the beach before I go to work. I didn't get too far away from work because if we look over there, that's Avalon, but I'm in Sea Isle right now. Sea Isle is, well, it's a little bit more blue collar. Just a little bit, not like wow. But I wanted to come over here. It is a cast day. It's in June, so if you're watching this later on because it's part of the tourist review, today is not really the day to see what the crowd would look like. This is actually a very slow weekend. But I decided not to go shirtless. I actually decided to wear my work shirt because I thought it might be promoting at some point, because Sea Isle is known as a party town. And, well, that's because there's bars on every corner. But there's still some people out here. There's people fishing. There's people swimming. I imagine there's a lot more around the corner. Like I said, I did want to take a walk, but I didn't want to get too far away. And I want to say Sea Isle is something like 136 blocks. I did not want to get that far down. Hello, viewer. How you doing today? It's a little hot and humid. I do want to walk with my feet in the water. I haven't got there yet. My feet actually have a little bit of damage, and the ocean water is very good for that. But I'll try not to get too close to anybody with my camera because some people are weird about it, even though I do find that these seasonals and the people around here are much more open to it and would like to be on camera. Of course, I encourage that behavior. It is, good. If you want to be, part of the uprising of my YouTube, I encourage that 100%. Now, I also wanted to give everybody a heads up because I just got done filming an episode of Angry Manduke. Although I don't know when that's going to come out because I probably won't get to edit it until like tomorrow night or something, or maybe even later. I don't even know what I'm doing with my time. So, but I recorded it, and that's the first step. But it's something that I came up with last night. I could be angry about locals because of the tourist area. I just stepped on a really sharp shell, and I hope it didn't make me bleed. It might have. It didn't. We're good. There is a lot of like broken shells and stuff, but that's part of the inlet. The inlet catches a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this around because you guys don't want to look at my angry mug. You want to look at this beautiful ocean. And I'm going to try with all my might to hold on to my phone because it seems to be wobbling out from underneath of my thumb, and I do not want to lose it. The waves aren't too bad today, but they're not all that great either. And I don't think the water's that warm because we haven't been seeing a whole lot of stones. We haven't been seeing a whole lot of sun. We've been getting a lot of storms lately. And that's why this weekend really just isn't all that. But it's good for us. We got some people to train and some fun to have. And like I said, I wanted to show people, what it's like out here. Well, if we're looking around towards the back, you can see some of those houses. And I'll get the drone out at some point, but I want to do it on a sunny day because that's always better. The drone doesn't have really good low lighting capabilities because it shouldn't. I wouldn't be able to see it in the dark, so why should it be able to film in the dark? I wouldn't be able to fly it. So it doesn't have the best of low lighting capabilities, so it's yeah, that's a little cold. I might not want to swim. I don't see anybody else in the ocean either. I'm not wearing my sunglasses today, and I think I should be. Even though it's overcast, it's still like kind of bright. It doesn't feel horrible. Water kind of smells funny today, though. Not funny, like seaweed. It smells like seaweed. But I wanted to at least do a live stream because, like I said, I do something every day, and if I'm not doing anything, there is an occasional once in a while where it just doesn't happen because I do live a life. I'm sadly not a professional YouTuber yet, but we're getting there. And speaking of professional YouTuber, I actually want to remind everybody about the 3 rings giveaway. You can go ahead and watch that video. When I'm done with this, of course, I want you to finish watching this one. But go over and check that video. You can check out the rules. I'm giving away 3 real rings. They're all sterling silver, and one of them's plated with 14 karat gold. They all have a value of over $100, and I think that you guys will enjoy them. I want to give them to my subscribers. I want to be able to give something back to you because you guys allow me to have these opportunities. And I'm going to continue to do giveaways. I don't know if it's going to be jewelry. It's just that's what I have now that I think is worth the value that you give me. Well, some of what you give me is entirely priceless, but not all of what you give me is entirely priceless because realistically, I'm not getting paid yet. But we're getting there. That's what I'm saying. And I enjoy this either way. I would do this stuff every way. I might not do it every day, but I would do it even, without the check, as I have been for the past 3 years. I'm up to about 400 videos now, and yeah, I looked down. I think there might be like 3 people that are actually in the water, which is that's just an oddity. There are some people chilling up on the beach. There's some girls here that are going to run into the water. I don't know. They're kind of afraid of it. I don't blame them though. It's kind of cold today. Might be collecting shells or something. I don't know. The waves aren't very kicking. I can see them out there being fairly decent, but I think that's because there's probably a sandbar out there, and there's probably a decent undertow. I say decent. Undertows aren't necessarily a good thing, but I just figured, I'll give you a view of it. The waves are something that changes no matter what. I also want to talk about the drone footage that I got of Avalon, because I told you guys, I know the lighting's bad, but I'm not going to walk backwards. Sorry. I told you guys that I flew the drone in the back bay, and that went pretty good. That was kind of odd because I took it up and an osprey attacked it, and then I almost flew into one of those planes that have like the advertisement on them. But it is what it is. But I also, the lighting's bad. I also took it up on the beach on Monday after I did the I'm not going home video. And that's the thing. I'm not going to deal with traffic. I'm not going to sit for 6 hours in traffic when I can continue to enjoy the town, especially on my days off. But yeah, so I took it up, and I know that it seems like Avalon is really packed in. I think Avalon might be more packed in than Sea Isle is from the looks of things. I don't know. Those 3 houses are pretty tight, but I don't necessarily know that it's more packed in. It just seemed like it. Well, it kind of feels like it. But when I put that drone up in the air and I got the overhead view, wow, you could see how many of them there were. And it's just island after island after island of packed in people. And, I think it's interesting, but it's still odd because, there's no property. But I don't think the majority of people that come down here for their trips are, aiming to spend time in their house. They're aiming to spend time on the beach, on the boardwalk, in the town, and, mingling with their friends that they also hang out down here with, because they're only here for 3, maybe 5 months, depending on, who you are and how the weather is. But like I said, I just wanted to do a video because I hadn't done one. I wanted to take a walk on the beach anyway because I hadn't done one. I wanted my feet to go into the water because I had another pair of shoes, and I still got my road shoes. I've been wrecking my road shoes, but I needed a pair of black shoes for the Whitebriar. And I got a pair of black shoes last week for $20, and I wore them for a night and got blisters all over me. And I actually tossed them yesterday while I was doing laundry. I also tossed a bunch of that bunch of clothes that my ex gave me, but they were just shirts that I would never wear, stuff that I don't believe in, that I wouldn't do. Now, I don't know if you guys can actually hear me because the waves are kind of loud. I don't know. Google's not very good at telling me what my quality is, so if my viewers can't do that, then I'm high and dry, so I can't do it either. But yeah, there's not a whole lot of people on the beach. I do need to check the time though. Oh yeah, all right, I got time. Yeah, I gotta be able to check the time because I can't be late for work because I was just taking a casual stroll on the beach. But there's not a whole lot of people out today, and it's understandable. If we look at the clouds, I mean, there's supposed to be a thunderstorm tonight. With any luck, it'll blow over my island. But I don't care if it hits this one. That would just, I think we ought to put a bubble over that island. Make it like, Southern California, 73 and sunny all year round. I think it'd be worthwhile. Probably not so good for the ecosystem, but you never know. I miss being a little kid and playing at the beach. I try to play like a little kid now, but my adult body doesn't agree with it quite as well as I did when I was a kid. I need to get myself a pair of sandals as well as black shoes. And I think I want to get a couple more pairs of swim trunks because I got 2 now, and I could probably go for like 4. So because they double as shorts. If I get the right ones where I can, oh, there's somebody surfing over there, I might go watch that. Maybe there's a couple people surfing. There's somebody on a paddleboard. That's another thing. I want to get myself to sit on top kayak so I can go out and do those kinds of things. I was thinking about one of the ones that's more like a oversized paddleboard. But yeah, I want to be able to do the oceans. Also, the one I'm looking at can be a tandem or a single, so I'll be able to do rivers and lakes and stuff with it, and the ocean. And then if I have a friend that wants to go with me, I'll also be able to either do the tandem thing or separate boats, because it'll actually weigh about as much as mine. Now, I don't find that this beach is necessarily as beautiful as Avalon, but there are always things to see when you go to the beach, and they're there because they want to be seen. Now, not everybody likes to be on film, so I try to be, as cautious with that as possible. Although, if I go through with a 360 camera, I don't think I'll be doing walks on the beach necessarily, but if I'm doing it on the boat, you're going to see everything anyway. There's no hiding it, and people should just get used to that. But I'm not the one to make people used to it. I'm not trying to push anything. It's not like I'm doing anything to tell people that they're on film. And that is something. I'm going to get a shirt that I'm only going to wear when I'm live. I might actually get 2 or 3 of them because I'm live every day, and you never know if I'm doing a cheesesteak or something, end up with some ketchup on my white t-shirt. I might stain it, and I don't want to do that. So, but I'm going to get some t-shirts that I only wear when I'm live. That way people, get the idea if they're reading it, but at least they're being told. And then, if they are seen, then at least they understand it. So, and of course, I want them to support that and be involved in that. I want them to be part of my audience and my crowd. I want them to interact. I want them to have a chance to get one of my 3 rings of power and be part of the community that I am constructing around my channel. If they have anything that they want to promote, if you have anything that you want to promote, I want you to let me know so that I can, promote it with you. I'm not saying that I'm overly popular, but I'm telling you I'm going to be. And I'm happy for what I have. At 263 last I looked. I love you guys, each and every one of you, even though I don't even necessarily know who you are. If you're watching my videos, I love you. If you're subscribed to me just to support me, I love you. I really, I love my family, and that's who you are. You're my family. But I don't know if you can see out there, because I can't really see my phone. There's a guy out there on a paddleboard. There's actually 2 of them. I think they're just hitting those out waves out there a little bit. And now I'm all the way up to the first lifeguard tower. The houses. I also did a film from the Avalon boardwalk, and I am going to do a live stream, much like I'm doing today on the Avalon beach. But I'm going to wait for a sunny day for that. That would have been the thing to do last Saturday, but I was busy doing what I wanted to do. That's still kind of what I do. For the most part, I still do what I want to do. And that's why I love this job so much, because it doesn't feel like work. It's not. The water's not too bad once you get into it. But Sea Isle's another one where you need beach tags, and I know I don't have them, so that's part of the reason why I'm wearing my work shirt, so they know, I work. And I'm just doing my thing. Plus, I need to watch the time. All right, it's about 10 a.m. time, as long as I can, even if you're not going to watch or interact. But it could just be a default or a defect for YouTube, because sometimes they don't tell me when I'm live streaming. They want time as long as I can, even if you're not going to watch or interact. But it could just be a default or a defect of the chat messages. They don't tell me if I disconnect, because that's what happened to Angry About Banks. They didn't tell me. I want to give shout outs to Edwin, one of my newest subscribers. I hope you enjoyed those videos, man. I do my thing, and I really want to see some of your UFC matches. I want to actually see if I can't do some live streams with them, because that's my boy, and I want to see you come up too. And who else did I get recently? Well, I don't know Haim. I don't know her name. I'm not really good for that. I don't know any of the customers' names, but I have been promoting as I should be. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. The weird things that happened last night. One thing, I was actually thinking about that I painted back in 2012. I'm going to give that to the boss, and he's going to hang it inside the club. I think that is phenomenal. I'll show you guys that before I give it to him, because I don't currently have it right now, but I think that's great. Especially since I didn't even know about the place existing when I made that. And then the other thing that was weird was I was at the door for a minute, and this crowd of people came in, and you know, I hope that well, I hope that they see this at some point. They probably won't. But the dude like saw my tattoo. Let me see if I don't know. This is my new shirt. It's a little tighter, right? I'm carrying my shoes. He saw my tattoo. I can't see my screen. I don't know if you can. And he was like, "Oh, that's so cool, right?" So he actually like lifted my shirt, and he wanted to see the tattoo, and he took a picture of it. He was like really impressed with that. And he also he was really into my wallet chain. The girl was too. They wanted to tie my swim trunk string, which was actually wearing them as underpants because I tend to. There's somebody in the water. I think it's entertaining when people are in the water because it's cold. It's not that. It's not that warm yet. The rivers and the lakes aren't that warm either. I've only been in the kayak in the back bay, and I don't expect to swim in the back bay. There's a lot of crabs in the back bay. I did sleep under the bridge last night, and I found that to be very enjoyable, actually, because when the sun came up, I was sitting in the shade. There was a very nice breeze. There was a very beautiful view. I like sleeping next to water if I can help it, and ocean water is great. It's great for your lungs. It's great for your skin. Even though it's back bay water, it's still salt. So, I enjoyed that. Did I get that? No. That might actually be a fairly common place for me to sleep, although I was woken up early by fishermen, so even though it was a little bit more comfortable, I still was unable to sleep as long as I wanted to. But I did actually manage to take like a 2-hour nap this afternoon, so I can't complain. It has been, make sure I didn't drop my camera, that'd be horrible. I can't complain. That has been just beautiful. I love my life. I love all my choices. I love where I'm at in life, and I love where I'm going. I can't complain. I can't say that I've never been happier in my life, because I want to say about a year and a half ago, I was probably just as happy. 2 years ago, I was probably just as happy. 3 years ago, I might have been just as happy. But because it's right now, and I can't feel the way that I did 3 years ago, I'm as happy as I've ever been. I really can't complain with it. It's so great and so positive and wonderful to be me. I feel so loved, so wanted. And I don't have anyone putting me down. I never needed that in my life. And I'm so glad to be from that. It's so great. I can't see the details of some of that stuff. It just is what it is. I have a beautiful smile. I have a beautiful beard that I maintain. The straight razor thing was kind of cool, but I like it better this way anyway. And as far as I can understand, so does everyone else. Can't help that I like the attention. I wouldn't do the YouTube thing if I didn't like the attention, the support, the ongoing support, the serenity that is being me. But I'm a very eccentric individual, and I do things a little differently. And of course, I do like to be appreciated for the things that I do, but that does not make me narcissistic. That just makes it so. I love me, and everybody should love themselves. There's really no sense in uh, not enjoying yourself. And anyone who encourages you to do otherwise, just cut them out of your life because they're not doing anything but bringing you down. You don't need anybody like that. No one does. There's no reason to go unsatisfied in this wonderful world that you have. And if there's somebody that is making your world a lesser place, cut them. You'll be happier for it, regardless of what you think they do for you. Being happy is ultimately the best thing that you can really pursue. And yeah, you can always pursue being happy later in life, but that doesn't mean that you have to be miserable now either. And I don't want to see anybody that I care about, or even some people that I don't care about. I don't want them to be miserable. None of you. I can't think of anybody that I want to be miserable. Even the people I don't like, I still want them to be happy. I just want them to be happy away from me. You know? I like the way the waves are like out there. They're breaking on the beach, but they're like actually breaking out there as well. Like I said, there must be a sandbar or something there. But it also seems like that's about even with where the beach is over there. I don't know. I'm just doing my thing. And I'm at like 20 minutes now, so that must mean it is 20 after 3. Yeah. By the time I get back to the van, I'm going to have to get back to, I'm going to have to head back over to Avalon. But it is what it is. I haven't enjoyed this. It has been a thing. I definitely do have to get a selfie stick for my phone, because I got one for the camera, right? And I love it. But I was thinking about a way for me to rig the phone onto the kayak so I could live stream while I'm kayaking. And as much as I was being told that nobody wants to see that, I can talk while I'm kayaking. It's not really that much of a workout for me. At least not like on these back bays and stuff. It's only really a workout if it's like windy. But I think that'd be a great way to do it. And it's an ongoing footage that I don't have to save. I can later download it, which is, I think that works a little better. Although the quality isn't always the best, but that has a lot to do with my phone. If I do the trucking thing, or if I start making money on YouTube, then one of the first things I want to do is get a better plan. I'll probably go with a Verizon plan. If I can get a Verizon Unlimited plan, I'll do with that, and then I'll have a much better service, and that'll give you a better quality. But I don't make enough to do that right now, so it is what it is. I'm not overly upset with Boost Mobile. I've had them for a very long time, and that's where I got my Cape May Courthouse number. Makes me seem a little bit more local, and realistically, home is wherever I park it. Pretty cool jetty there. I like the rock jetties. On a good day, that's a great day to like stand. I'm sure like fishermen appreciate that, but I would appreciate it as well. I think it's interesting that there's like nobody in this space at the corner here. But everybody's up by the bridge. I probably wouldn't party by the bridge, but I guess it's cool if it's like, where you're at and where your family is, nobody else is around. I keep a little jug of water in the van, so as I'm getting in, I can rinse off my feet and put my socks on. I'll have my shoes and socks full of sand. I like to see these clouds open up, but you know what? As long as it's not raining, I'm not that upset. There is some blues up there. Some holes in the clouds. Everybody likes holes. Whether you're filling them or opening them up, either way, we love holes. We like eye holes. kind of thirsty, and I meant to actually bring my jug of tea, but I didn't. I can't drink the seawater because it's pea water. No, it's not pea water, but, well, it is, but it'll dry out. But we all know that. That's nothing new. It's just weird to be able to look at so much water and not be able to drink it when you're thirsty. I think I'm going to make a beeline over to, like on the other side of the I'm going to like soak my foot first. But I stepped on that shell and it kind of hurts. Just a little bit more. That's it. I'm standing on a bunch of broken shells. Yeah, so I want to be able to get a selfie stick to hold my phone because this standing with holding it is just fancy. That was something that SpongeBob said. When a pinky out, it makes you fancy. So no matter how scrubby out, I can just put my pinky out and it's all good. Fit in Avalon. My biggest problem there is I don't want to have problems with the cops. I had that problem last year, but that wasn't my fault. That's tide changes, but I just think it's cool. It feels cool on my feet. Feels like the inside of my shoes, all ribbed for her pleasure. And I'm going to want to probably get myself a couple energy drinks before I start work because I want to get real ramped up. And generally, an energy drink is just a boost. It's not like, ultimately what I need, but it does give me a jump. And once I got that jump, then I can propel myself through the night off of other people's positive energy. There's some fishermen over there. It's probably a good place to fish because with the tides changing, it's going into the back bay and out. There's a couple tour boats out there. I think it's going to be very, very... I think my life is going to be a very interesting place for the rest of it because it can only get better from here. And it's not that bad now. Cement bridge. I got to go over this bridge when I leave. I did not wear the parrot hat last night at work. That wasn't my plan. I might wear it at some point, but I don't need that much extra attention all the time, even though I do like season ones. There's two guys on a paddleboard. That might be fairly interesting. Might be. Might not be. I don't know. I might have a date tomorrow night. I might have a date tonight. I don't know. It's weird because I'm interested in other things. But those dates, neither of them are with the same chick, so I guess it don't much matter. Let's see here. It looks like they're on an inflatable paddleboard. It might just be a raft. And I like this little trail, and that's why I came back here. This is where I filmed the angry episode. It smells like flowers over here, but they're not in bloom yet. Maybe because there's little fruits. I don't know what those fruits are. It might be nuts. They are nuts. I just don't know what they are. There's a lot of nuts that we don't eat, but I don't think there's any nuts that we can eat. As soon as I get off the beach, there's a fly buzzing around my head. But that's how it is. That's how things are done. They got these plastic boards. It's a very secluded little trail. There's not a whole lot going on. There was somebody up here when I came through here, or I would have filmed here because I like this gazebo thing. I think this is cool. Even though it's real close to the parking lot, I think it's cool, and it's kind of cool that it's fairly secluded. So I am back to my van. As we can see, I'm coming around the corner. There she is. I'm going to go ahead and end this. I want to thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this, I can't step on those stones. My feet are too sensitive for that. You enjoyed this? I still want you to go and check out the 3 rings giveaway. And so you click on that when you get done here. Hit that little wiener in the corner to subscribe. I post videos every day, and hopefully they are all as entertaining as this one was. Actually, most of them are much more than that. Thanks for watching. Tell my friends later.